Shalom, Yasharallah. This your brother Dawud Daw from GMS Tampa Bay #07, coming at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, we're going to jump into this here lesson about, not getting caught up into the things of this here world or envying, envying the prosperity of the wicked, and seeing the things and the conditions that they in and your conditions that you in, and envying them, and wishing to be in their seat, You have to understand overall, these people are blinded and they fitted for destruction, You can see and you see what's going on, all right? So we just jump into the scriptures. We're going to jump into the book of 1 John. and 15. It says, Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so it says, Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. All right, and so basically, the things in this world and the things of this world and the things that are in this world, it's all carnal. It's not spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's not no car that you can buy that's going to bring you closer to the Most High. All right, but there's all types of cars that you can buy that can separate you from the Most High. Same with any other object: houses, cars, women, jewelry, any and every damn thing. All these things of the world, can draw you away from the Most High. All right. But, these things aren't of the Most High. These are the things of the world, the lust of the eyes, the things that you see with your eyes and you magnify and you glorify, ooh, that nice new car, ooh, this nice new house or whatever, whatnot, or that woman that's over there, all these different things are the lust of the eyes. You think it's going to either make you better or bring you closer to the Most High. It's not going to work out that way, And also as far as a lifestyle, if you're a man of the Lord in His truth, your lifestyle might not be so-called glorious according to this here society that we live in here in Babylon the Great. You might not be living in the most nice upscale house. We ain't even gonna say it like that. You might be living in some rundown ass house, may not have adequate transportation, you know what I'm saying, and all kind of elements or whatever, whatnot going on. You can have all kind of crazy shit going on, and you see these 2/3 and these heathen walking around in way better so-called conditions than you, according to this society. You out here doing all the things that you can do in your own power to do things righteously, all right, but yet you're not prospering like that. You catching chastisement, more or less to say. You feel like, hey man, how come even though I do the things the right way, I'm still the one not prospering, more or less to say. But the wicked is over here prospering. So it could be a lifestyle that they live in. For an example, at my job, we got this lesbian chick, right? And that first of all, that's an abomination according to the Most High, all right? But nevertheless, we got this lesbian chick, right? She don't ever do no damn work at all, like nothing. She just sit around talking on the telephone all damn day and be missing all day long, Well, homegirl, she comes in, 8 hours or 4 hours early every day, and basically sit in the office and talk to our human resource lady, But nevertheless, she just basically sitting on the clock, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, racking up financially, and the company be, the bosses be speaking highly of her, whatever, whatnot. But as far as our job that we doing, she don't do nothing that pertains to our job, at all. She sit around, talk to the boss all damn day, clinging and caking with her, and not actually performing her job. And whenever we looking for her, she's always missing, But yet they always, so-called bigging her up and giving her all these awards. Not that mean anything, but it's just the way that these people look at her, the light that they look at her, and is, oh, this is the good employee, But, the other employees is actually doing all the work for her, and everybody else, they getting tired of that. Like, damn, man, they always riding my ass over this and that as if I done fucked up all kind of shit. But they don't realize that I'm the one actually doing all this work over here for homegirl while she over here just, if they would just stop being all lost in the sauce, they would realize that she come in every day 4 hours early just to go sit up in your office and bullshit with you You know what I'm saying? Because, these evil ass spirits, they just both wicked, you know? She just milking the damn clock all damn day, getting paid 4 hours to sit down and not do nothing. Just cake, basically. Just keep talking to some chick all damn day, all day long. And when it's come time, for her actual shift to start, her 8 hours to start, oh, she's so behind and ain't did this and that. She got to go do this. Now she just missing. All right? Now you got to pick up her slack, and you wondering why, damn, how come I can't just slack off like her, You want to try to take a little break, for 2 minutes because you tired of actually working, and the boss screaming at you and trying to write you up and this and that, And it's like, man, why can't I have this, this certain day off or whatever, whatnot? Because, like, damn, homegirl want to work all these fucking days anyway, and she don't do no work while she here. It's like, yo, if I'm actually doing all the work and giving you your production, at least you could do for me is just, meet me a little bit halfway. Let me just at least get this one. That's all I'm asking is this one damn day off. That's it, But homegirl's asking for all this and this and that in the world, bend over backwards and do all this extra shit for y'all. Y'all thinking everything is all good. That's the prosperity of the wicked, It's easy for you in your mind to sit there and challenge or come against that, like, or envy that, Damn, maybe I need to start being like them, or maybe if I didn't care so much about this shit, Nah, man, hey, you gotta, take integrity in all the things that you doing, and take some honor in the things that you're doing, Don't be half-assing nothing that you do, But nevertheless, sometimes you might get into that spirit to be thinking, let me just give up to and just be shitty like them, Let me just go ahead and do this little bullshit like that, Or like another, man, I ain't gonna get into that, but, another example, But, you could wish that you could see, certain things go on, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, why is it like, shit? All right, for example, my little cousin that lives with me and shit, right? Now, when I say little cousin, homeboy is 27 years old. He's just younger than me. You know what I'm saying? But homeboy, he got like 2 jobs, but he only worked like 2 or 3 days out the week. 2 part-time jobs and shit. One at the grocery store bagging groceries and one taking pizza orders. 2 jobs, work a total of like 3 days a week. The rest of the time, homeboy sit at the damn house playing video games and getting drunk and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not that I would choose to do either one of those 2 things in my free time, but shit, after doing all the work and the labor that I be doing and all the crazy shit that I, not to say crazy shit, but like, going to work, doing this truth, reading, studying and all that stuff, like, damn, man, I'd be super tired. Like, I wish I could just, when I get up when I get up, you know what I'm saying, and getting ready for work and rushing out the door, I'm still tired, hear him in there and, watching TV, whatever, whatnot. Just know he laid up in the bed sleeping in all damn day, Like, damn, why can't my life be like that, You don't want to get caught up in that because, if your eyes was open, you'll see that nigga is blinded. He just, he missile food, man. He don't see the shit that's going on around him, He's sitting in there living that life so comfortable, but when things get rough, man, you already stuck in that scenario, so you enabled from doing what you need to do to get up, It's going to be hard to get up out your comfort level like that because all you used to doing is sitting around watching TV. You don't know what the fuck is going on now, But you being in your position, you already going through all the rough patches and all this stuff. You used to that, you numb to that already. So you could just make it through like a cakewalk, So, again, that's what, like the scriptures say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. All right. So, and all these things are the lust, for all of this, verse 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, all these different things, you know what I'm saying? When you looking into all these different things, that's what it's going into, man. How come my life can't be like that? The lust of the eyes. I wish my life was like his life, or I wish I had this, or I wish I had that, man. All these different things, you know what I'm saying, is ways to pull you away from the Most High, distract you from the Most High. He got you. It's like boot camp, man, why I got to go through boot camp? This shit is hard and rigorous and whatever, whatnot. All right, you ain't got to go through the boot camp, but you still going to be a soldier on the field. You're going to be right here beside the old boy. All right, but when shit get hard, he going to know how to get through it. It's going to be like a cakewalk, like that obstacle course he used to run in and day out. He did it so much he could do it in his sleep. But you forfeited. You ain't used to that. You was too tired from doing all that the first 2 times. So now when that practice became the real game, you can't stand, the heat, So you're going to just get burnt up in the damn kitchen, My next scripture is in the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sore destruction. All right, the society that we living in, this world that we living in, this ain't the society of the world for us to be living in and enjoying this so-called life, man. We ain't supposed to be going out here and enjoying, not to say it like that, because there's not really nothing wrong with enjoying the little simple things that you have. Put it this way, it's not nothing wrong with giving thanks to the Most High for the little simple pieces of peace that you do get to have in this world, you know, whatever it might be, you know. You might, with all your little stress and stuff like that you're going through, the Most High might give you a little pretty penny or something like that to go out to go eat at a nice restaurant or something. Just, hey, you tired of, eating whatever little shitty foods or whatever you got. Now you can go to this nice restaurant. There's nothing wrong with enjoying that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that, but if that's what you're making your whole life, oh man, we just gotta, go and enjoy life, go eat at the best restaurants and take pictures of our food and put it up on the internet. When you look on the internet and all those things, all those people are showcasing them enjoying life, That's them and they rest. They enjoying this here society, but this ain't your life to enjoy like that here, This is your hell and your punishment. This is your place of bondage, all right? Ours is in the kingdom of heaven. So that's why we just gonna go through the rest of this little chastisement. Like the scriptures say, labor ye to enter into your rest. That's why we put them to say work right now, Instead of going out just, after work, going home, chilling with some bitches, going out to the club or partying, the bar, or whatever, whatnot. Hey man, we out here doing this here work. We got work to do. We out here working, laboring for this here rest, pushing this here word out, waking up the elect, sealing the elect, building them up, so we can get up out of here. We can get into our kingdom of heaven. All right. We not trying to sit here and get lackadaisical over here in this here kingdom that's destroying us constantly. All right. The longer we here, the more we dying off, the weaker we getting. All right. No. This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 18. All right. Now, when you're dealing in this here world, let me just read this first. It says, John 15 and 18. It says, if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Speaking of Yahushua, all right? Because, when you go to, let me get that real quick. All right, so John 3:16, all right? So, for Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life, all right? That's why Yahushua came, all right, for that redemption. So it says, for the Most High sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. All right. Verse 19, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. All right. Now going back to the 15th chapter. It says, if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. All right. Because why? Their deeds were evil. All right. This is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, but they chose the darkness rather than the light, because their deeds were evil. So if they, if the world hates you, notice it hated Yahushua first, because he's the light to shine on their evil deeds and their wickedness. All right. But if they hate you, it's why? Because you're a follower. My sheep hear my voice and they do follow. All right. You're a follower of Yahushua HaMashiach. All right. And Yahweh. All right. So if you following him, you following the same doctrine as he's under. You stand for the same things he stand for. All right. Meaning that you that light condemning that evil wickedness, putting up the light on the spotlight on their ass. They don't like that. All right. So this is why they're going to hate you. When like the example I gave at work about, the lesbian chick always fucking off, but yet, she prospering, and in the eyes of the higher ups and so on and so forth, and they shitting on us, shitting on people like me, as if I'm over there robbing and stealing from them, but old girls over here taking light bulbs, trash bags, this, that, plates, forks, all kind of crazy shit. And I'm like, wait a minute, she over here robbing y'all, like taking shit from y'all, milking the damn clock every damn day, not doing nothing, costing y'all money by fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying? But yet, the person that's actually making you money, you condemn them as if they doing all kind of bullshit, But you don't want to, be envious of that. But at the same time, the people that's in positions like homegirl is, she gonna hate you because why? You gonna be condemning her, pointing out certain things like, yo, man, this ain't fair because X, Y, and Z. Man, all she doing is fucking up. Look, see what she doing? She don't want to be exposed because she like milking the clock. She get a free ride right now, ain't gotta work. She get paid overtime every damn week, on the clock every damn day, and don't do shit for 12 hours a day but sit on her ass and talk, on the phone, either talking in the office or on the phone out back hiding somewhere, talking for 12 hours a day, getting paid every damn day, and all the bosses think highly of her as if she just so, like, you know, the employee of the year type of shit, not knowing she's stealing from them, like, physical things from the job, and then also just time from the job, you know. Don't realize that, you know. But if you was to expose her, that's why they would hate you, you know. You love the righteous and hate the wickedness, you know. Call a spade a spade. Verse 19, it says, if you were of the world, so if you was a 2/3 like the rest of these damn niggas, all right, the world would love its own, all right. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you, all right. So you know, they don't come to the light because they deeds were evil, you know. They don't want to be exposed for doing those evil deeds, you know. So you don't want to get caught up with you know, first of all, envying the things that they do have, you know, and then also in certain circumstances speaking out on that, you know, bring that to their attention, because hey, they're gonna start hating you for that, you know, and they're gonna persecute you for those types of things, you know. There's a swift judgment for all of these people, you know. And you have to understand, hang on, slack you. You have to understand that overall, you know, if our gospel be hid, all right, and part of our gospel is showing people the wickedness that they doing and just their wicked deeds, you know, and just in general, even on the lowest sense, you know. If our gospel be hid, you know, loving the righteous and hating the wicked, you know, the evil, you know, and the right ways of the most high, and treating your brother righteous, you know, they don't like that because they scamming over you. They eating off of you, you know. And if you expose them, they gonna hate you because of those things, you know. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 9. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. All right. And that's the point I wanted to get at in this here scripture. But continuing on, it says, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So, you know, we're going to get to the kill you part further down in prophecy. But, you know, even on a lighter sense of like just your everyday walk that you're living in right now, you know, these people that, you know, you envying in their life or whatever, whatnot, or you might be calling them out for their wickedness and stuff like that. You know, if you let that, you know, if you don't understand that, hey, man, that's their position for this point in time, let them have their little heaven, you know, these 2/3 and stuff like that. Let them have their little shit, because they're going to just die with their shit, you know. And you're going to wind up coming up on the other side, you know, and your patience possesses your soul, you know. But, and these people is distracted by all these little trinkets that they got. This is the stuff that's keeping them blinded from coming to the truth, you know. And the little bullshit that they got going on, you know, while homegirl over here sucking up to the damn Edomites and shit like that, because she think they all buddy. She'll never hear that that's their enemy, because why? They speak and think so highly of old girl. They you know, not that they allow her to steal from the job, but they don't really notice or care. They think, you know, she can't do no wrong in their eyes. Plus, they paying her overtime every damn week, and she don't do shit, you know. That's basically her God, because, hey, they provide everything for her. So, shit, she don't want nothing to be said bad about them, but they gonna wind up hating you, all right, and snitching you out and coming against you, because what? You fucking up their life, you know. So you don't want to get caught up envying and hating on or getting caught up into these people's lifestyles or the things that these people got, or trying to be on the same level as they got, trying to match what they got, because, you know, you walk in a righteous path, you know, but you ain't so-called prospering according to this here side in this kingdom, all right. But it says Matthew 24:9 again, it says, then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, all right. And for Yahweh's name's sake, meaning what? The fact that you pushing this truth and truth and sincerity, you know, because you actually adhering to this here doctrine all the way through, you know. You love the righteousness and you hate the wickedness, and you calling it all out, you know. But they gonna wind up hating you in all these different nations. You gonna be calling out their damn wickedness, you know, calling out this space. Hey, they cheating, they over here doing this or they doing that, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, you know. You like, this woman over here cheating on her man, or whatever, whatnot. That's an abomination. Hey, man, the Most High gonna kill you about that. Hey, now she gonna go get Ray from up the block, you know what I'm saying, come put his hands on you because of that, because you exposing the evil deed, you know. Or some woman cheating on you or whatever, whatnot, you calling it out, you know. Don't be getting caught up in all that extra shit, because look, man, being intertwined with the rest of this world, man, hey, that's the device to keep them blinded, all right. Let me grab my last closing precept, which is actually the 73rd Psalm, all right. Not that long. I think it's well, actually, I'll just jump through it for time constraint. This is Psalm 73. It says Psalm 73:1, a psalm of Asaph. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such of a clean heart. All right. So, Israel is the Most High's people, but at the same time, it says the ones with the clean heart, that's being what? The elect, the ones that clean their heart, like David said, I believe it's Psalms 51. He says, create me a clean heart, come give me a clean slate so I don't be covered in all this here iniquity, give me that pure that washing, it's a lot. Let me come back into the righteous ways in the past. All right. But it says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone and my steps had well nigh slipped. All right. So again, don't get caught up with this. Don't get trapped up in this and start slipping and tripping over this. All right. When you see in let me read the next verse. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. All right. So you seeing, like I was giving the example of homegirl at the job, you seeing how homegirl prosper and getting away with all this type of stuff, but you over here working hard and doing diligence and actually abiding by the rules and being, standing upright, being an upright individual, you could have it in your heart, man. Maybe I should just stop giving a fuck like she don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just do nothing like homegirl. Nah, hey man, these spirits understand what spirits is who and who. If you were of the world, the world would love its own. But because you're not of this world, the world gonna hate you, and you're gonna be cast up and be to be afflicted and tried, So you want to start slacking off like how she slack off because she slack off and you see it, and now you becoming envious of the prosperity of the wicked. And now what? Your boss about to fire your ass because you slacking. All right, but you got to understand, y'all got different spirits inside of y'all. All right, and these spirits recognize these different spirits. It might not be on a regular carnal sense that they understand why these things is going on, but hey, that's just a open door for these here spirits to jump on in. Like, hey, we got a way we can catch him up and hinder his walk. It says, for there is no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Like for an example, like the example that is given here, like, when they die, like for when we die, we ain't got shit to pass down. Our fathers died, they ain't got shit to pass down but debt, We got to wind up taking out a loan to bury them and try to cover some of their damn debt. But when these Edomites die, what? They kids get an inheritance, a trust fund. They wind up coming up when their parents die, It says, they're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men, Like I was explaining, is the girl on the job, she's stealing actual physical property from the job, stealing time and money from the job, not producing, actually making the job no kind of money, what she getting paid to do, and getting paid overtime and double time for that, and extra bonuses for all kind of extra shit, It says they're not in trouble as other men. They don't get in trouble like that, and they're not plagued like other men, You over here working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I work, 8 to 12 hours a day, sometimes 12 hours a day, sometimes 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, sometimes 5 days, really majority of the time 6 days a week, So, you know what I'm saying? But you guaranteed to work 12 hours a day, but you see what I'm saying? On the day I work an 8-hour day, I'm more tired than you, I'm more plagued than how you plagued, because, like an example I would give, if two people in the gym, one person in the gym for 12 hours, sitting on his ass watching everybody else work out, the other person in the gym for 8 hours straight, just constantly pumping iron. The one that's constantly pumping iron gonna be tired after his 8 hours, even though he was in the gym a shorter period of time than the person that was there for 12 hours. But the person there 12 hours just sitting on their ass, not really getting tired, so it's not really that much of a hassle, So, they ain't plagued like how we plagued, they ain't stressed out over a job and all kind of other shit because they ain't really doing nothing. They just sitting there, in the office talking and caking with, in her case, another female, she a lesbian, but, another female, and then after that, she got on the phone, hiding out around the back of the building, you know what I'm saying, on the phone with her girlfriend or whatever, whatnot. And because they don't depend on her and doing nothing, they don't really say nothing, Homegirl don't have her radio on or whatever, whatnot. And they always got to go on a loudspeaker to page her, hey, answer your radio. And that's all they say to her, But, you know what I'm saying, you might be on break, 30 seconds, a little longer than, your little break is expected or whatever, whatnot. And they all on you. Hey, if I have to tell you this again, I'm going to have to write you up. Or you're going to get this or you're going to have to get that, But homegirl every day doing the same shit. They not plagued like how you plagued. They not in trouble like you in trouble, It says, therefore, pride capacitates them about as a charm. Violence covereth them as a garment, It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. All right. But going back up, the pride capacitates them about as a chain, They be walking around, man, ain't gonna, like, Prime example, I can keep going back to old girl at the job. They ain't gonna say shit to me. I'm gonna keep doing this and that, you know. The pride of this chick, you know, she walk around with her damn phone plugged into her damn ear and shit, right? And the supervisors come up to her and actually talk to her with the shit inside her ear, all right? And they don't say shit to her. That's the pride of this damn, this wicked ass, you know, she, in her case, is 2/3, you know, because she an Israelite, but she a 2/3, you know. The pride of these damn heathen, you know. That's how she act as a heathen. But continuing on, it says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their hearts could wish. How much more the job she can get, you know, the things she should be buying from the grocery store, like trash bags and shit, you know, all light bulbs, shit like that. You're supposed to be buying with your paycheck that you get from working from the Walmart. You stealing that from the damn job. And then you also stealing free time from the job and ain't even working. You just not doing nothing, you know. You could just be on your regular schedule 8 hours, you know, and stealing all of that by not working, doing nothing. But not only that, you taking overtime and not working, you know. Says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, you know. Every day this chick is the first one to clock out, you know, and get a ride up front on a golf cart. To say, ooh, I'm so tired. I'm so wore out. I'm tired from working. You ain't tired. You voluntarily come in every damn day. You were so tired you wouldn't come in, you know. Like real people that actually work, yo, whenever they you know, sometimes we have open slots where somebody can volunteer and don't nobody volunteer your ass force in there, you know. When that shit come around, hell no, they don't even ask me. They already know, hey, I definitely don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? If any way I can get up out of that, I don't want that, you know? And when they schedule me, you know, on Saturdays, long story short, you know, I just call out, you know? Even though it's scheduled, that I'm scheduled to work it, you know, on my paycheck, that would be overtime, extra money. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be like, you know what? First of all, I don't want your extra money. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, well, Salakia, let me go back. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be proud and this and that. Or I don't need this and that. Hey, I gotta pay my bills too, you know? But at the same time, that ain't what we in it for. Like, oh no, I just want the money and the greed or whatever, whatnot. But I would rather have my time off to my own self. You know what I'm saying? For one, to just so-called get some kind of rest, you know. But more importantly, do the work of the Most High. You know, that's way more important than be over here putting in overtime for Esau. You know, I could be putting in overtime for the Most High. All right, feeding his sheep. You know. But nevertheless, you know, homegirls speak they speak corrupt. Let me just read it. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression and speak loftily. Oh, I'm so tired, this and that, you know. And you ain't tired of volunteering to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a damn day. And plus, like the two people in the gym, you just sitting on your ass. The other guy's actually working out. He's actually tired from pumping iron. You just sitting on your ass, man. Your ass should be tired, you know. Just jumping down for time. Peace. Verse 12, it says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. You know, not just riches, but they increase in just regular prosperity. You know, they get, you know, you see these 2/3 ass Jake men, you know, walking around getting the so-called fine and sexy bitches to do all kind of crazy shit, or even these low-level thugged out ass niggas, right? They actually get these women that'll serve them tooth and foot, you know, like how a righteous man would want a regular woman to serve them, but the righteous men can't talk no regular woman like yo you'll actually be treated, you know what I'm saying, like how you actually want to be treated. But yet and still, well, we all in our confusion and we all fucked up as a whole, you know. They don't understand that. They get with these low level ass thugged out ass niggas and they get dogged out, you know, but they serving them tooth and nail, you know. But yet the wicked is prospering in this society, you know. You don't want to get intertangled in that, you know. This ain't your rest, you know. So it says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. All right. Verse 14, for all the day long I've been plagued and chastened every morning. So you see the contrast. All right, they prospering every day, but every day I'm over here being plagued and chastised, you know. So it's easy, you know, if you actually walking in them shoes to be like, hey man, wish my life was kind of like that, or I want this, or I want that, or I had them plagues, man. I'm tired of living like this, man. I just need to, you know what I'm saying, do something to make my so-called self-esteem raise up a little bit. I'm tired of living in this little shack or this room, or driving this busted ass car, or riding this busted ass bike, man. I wish I had a little extra. I'm tired of either fucking with these busted bitches or not having no bitches at all. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had me a nice little side piece or a nice main bitch, you know? Hey man, don't worry about all that. All right, continuing on. Verse 16. When I thought to notice, let me just go back up, all right? Verse 12, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. So that's the wicked, you know, they prospering in this world. All right. Verse 14, for all the day long I've been plagued and chastened every morning. And that's basically the elect. All right. That's the chosen. All right. That's the Lazarus effect. All right. And that's that invisible barrier that's in between them. All right. The heaven and the hell. You know, these two men could actually be sitting at the same table, but one is in heaven and the other one is in hell. All right. Verse 16, it says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. All right. Understanding that and being plagued with that. Like, damn, how the fuck is these wicked ass niggas getting so far ahead in the damn world? It's easy to be like, maybe I should just do what they doing. Maybe what I'm doing is fucked up. Maybe what I'm doing is wrong. Maybe I need to start serving them, you know, or serving their gods, you know, instead of my God. Maybe something's wrong with me. Maybe I'm going off, you know. You don't want to get mixed up with all that, all right? It says, verse 17, until I went to the sanctuary of the Most High. All right, what is the sanctuary of the Most High? Into these scripts and getting an understanding of these scriptures, all right? Not going to no church, but getting a breakdown of these scriptures, the real breakdowns, all right? It says, then understood I their end. So once he understood these breakdowns, he understood what their end was going to be, all right? It says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places and cast them down into destruction, all right? And that's that snare, that trap, all right? They all blinded by these trinkets of the world, you know, all blinded by these different things of the world, you know? Like, you know, homegirl, for example, homegirl getting all this overtime, you know, getting used to a certain lifestyle and certain paychecks coming in, you know. If she happened to get caught with that, you know what I'm saying, and they just put her down to her regular hours, then she ain't gonna have that lifestyle no more. So, you know, whatever lifestyle she living now and bragging and boasting about whatever, whatnot, and proud in front of all her friends, hey, now all of a sudden it's coming to a low. Now she gonna be, hey, needing to so-called borrow money, you know, or if she lose her job, it's gonna be even worse than that, you know. Now can't really go get a real job because that's gonna be on her background. You know, first of all, the way she even got her job, she already had a fucked up background, but she kind of got in through a temp agency, and that was just a so-called blessing for her all the way through, you know. But she tried to go out and get a real job with no real skills except for sucking up to people and blinding them by her witchcraft and wickedness, you know. That's the only thing that she got, you know. But if that shit keep failing, then what? She actually asked out, you know. So she didn't really enable her own self, you know. That's how the Most High done set that snare for their ass, all right. So verse 18. Surely did thou set them in slippery places, thou cast them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. So like I was just giving that example, she get caught up in her shit, you know, and her whole little lifestyle that she living in, basking in right now, that facade she living in, all right, and her wickedness, you know, prospering right now. All of a sudden, in a moment, it come to naught. Now she just like looking stupid out there, you know. That's these distractions and these things that people is caught up to, you know. Once those distractions is gone and people see, you know, like, and ultimately the rest of these people is blinded by certain things, not seeing the things coming because they blinded by either women, cars, glam, entertainment, whatever, whatnot. When these missiles come, these prophecies all come to pass, man, hey, they're gonna be really grieved. They ain't gonna know what the hell hit them, you know. Famine of the word come around, now all this shit come to pass. Now they looking for the men of the Lord. Hey, man, it's gonna be like old girl when she get caught up, you know what I'm saying, get fired. That lifestyle or whatever she's stunting on for her girlfriends or whatever the fuck she got going on. You know what I'm saying? All that's going to come to naught. She ain't going to be looking like the so-called woman man, you know what I'm saying, that she's portraying to be, you know? Same with these other niggas out here with hey, scoffing and shit like that. When these missiles come and these martial law come, man, they're going to be out there lost, you know? It says, verse 19 again, how are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors as a dream when one awaketh. O Yahweh, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my veins. So foolish was I, and ignorant. I was a beast before thee. All right, how fucking dumb was I, man? Man, you know, you thinking about this type of shit, man, how dumb was I? You know, an example I'd like to give is, you know, being in the music industry, right? So let's say these musicians, right? Let's say Eminem, right? How depressed Eminem is, whatever, whatnot. You know, you all see him, his relapse and all that crazy shit that Eminem is going through, right? Can't stand himself now because he realized the shit that he did, right? But beforehand, when you ask about him and like see the movie 8 Mile, homeboy going through all that bullshit and he just want a better life, he was envying the prosperity of the wicked, you know? And he prayed to those demons or whatever, whatnot, and he got up in there. And then he realized to get up in there, somebody had to get up into him. All right? Sodomy, you know? All kind of crazy shit like that, you know? So homeboy then got bugged the fuck out, you know? So if he was to tell a young Jake now who's envying his life and wanting to be like him, hey man, like the scripture says, So, verse 22, so foolish was I and ignorant. I was a beast before thee, you know? How fucking dumb was I to want to live this lifestyle? Man, I'd take my life in poverty and being poor and all that over constantly being sodomized and have to constantly sodomize these old motherfuckers and all kind of crazy shit, you know? Crazy shit like that, you know? They would definitely take their life beforehand than this, you know? So the same way here, like if you got your hand on the plow, man, you see these things going around about you, you know? Don't envy that. Don't get intertwined with that, get caught up in that. Don't get, you know, sucked up into that lifestyle, you know, those life, or, you know, like I was speaking about the chick at the job, man. Why am I keep, you know, working hard and doing this and that? Why don't I just be like her, you know? Man, you get caught up in all this because, you know, that's their distraction. That's their blindness, you know? You going through the things you going through to try and refine your ass, to build your ass up, you know? To actually push through certain things that's coming to pass, you know? Like the scripture said, the things that was written aforetime was written for our learning and our understanding, you know? And blessed he that readeth. And with all that reading, with all that getting, get understanding. So if we had to go through this here work to read all these precepts upon precepts, line upon lines, and study all of this in the scriptures to get this, what the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. When shit get popping, you know, you gonna be thirsty, but my servants gonna eat. They gonna be taken care of, all right? Because they didn't put in the work already. You was too lazy to do all this, so you ain't gonna know what the hell is hitting your ass when it hit your ass, all right? So yeah, that was pretty much it, you know, that I wanted to get at, you know. Let me just read verse 23. It says 23 and 24. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holding me by thy right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterwards receive me to glory. All right, so we're going to just stay and walk in the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High and do what he told us to do. And, you know, how do I say, just endure our lot that we endure these afflictions, you know. We enduring all these different things on this time. We're going to labor into our rest, because this ain't our rest right now. But we're going to continue to work and push and endure these afflictions that we may get into our rest, all right? Till we get to a time where we can enjoy life, all right? And when we enjoy life, we're going to have an everlasting kingdom in the kingdom of heaven. So it's going to be way more better than this, because all these people here, they all lost anyway, you know? They all fitted for destruction. They all blinded, you know? They don't see what's really coming. But you got that straight path that's been opened up to you, okay, for you to see. So you see these things. So you just got to take, you know, when you convert into a lower state, you know, just take that cheerfully, you know? Don't dwell too much on that and let that spirit overtake you to where you might want to start like, man, she don't do no work, I ain't gonna do no work, I'm gonna keep getting paid. Nah, you wind up losing your job. Or why can't I get these bitches like that? Now you got a bitch that got you up out this truth, you know, or whatever, whatnot, you know. You trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know. Fuck what the Joneses is, you know. Keep up with Yahushua Hamashiach, you know. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out, or keep up with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Hamashiach, all right. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out and say, Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions. Stay strong. Shalom.